Good morning, loves. I am your host, Mia Swan, the poet, and welcome to Picture This, a sense of belonging. And welcome back if you've seen our first episode. And today I'm here with the lovely big picture gentlemen, Elijah, Jeremiah, and LeJean. How are y'all doing, guys?
Good. I'm feeling good, man.
How are you feeling, Jeremiah?
Good.
Good. You don't look good. You just looking like, but you good. All right. How you feeling, LeJean?
I'm good. It's early. I'm trying to like vouch for my boy Jeremiah. It is kind of early, so
I
he
feel
has
that.
to like come alive a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. So the first question is, let's just get a little bit to know about y'all. Like, why did y'all choose Big Picture? How did y'all find out about the school, and what made y'all come here?
That's a really good question. I remember, so I went to Head Middle Magnet for middle school, and the thing about Head is they push the kids into MLK, and that's a high level academic school. So in 7th grade, I could have gone to MLK, but I was slouching. My test scores is actually there, but not my grades. So by the time 8th grade came around, my grades weren't the best. They were pretty good, but I was looking for a school. Like I was like, oh my goodness, where could I go? And it was like between the 3rd and 4th quarter. Big picture, I remember Mr. Gary, who's now the dean student or assistant principal.
Yes,
Assistant principal. He's now the assistant principal at our school, and they came and they talked to our school in the gym about and showed us what Big Picture was about, and I was feeling the concept. They said on Tuesdays and Thursdays we would have internships, and I was like, okay. And I went through the process, the interview process. We had an interview for the school, and Big Picture, I say this a lot, they gave me a chance, and I was able to grow, and now I have much better grades. So yeah.
That's good. Yeah, get it together, my boy. So Jeremiah, how did you find out about Big Picture?
Mr. Gary went to our school, but originally my cousin went to Big Picture as a freshman, and because of that, I knew a little bit about the school. But when he came to my school, I was like, this is the school I want to go to because I felt like I could be somebody. And of course, my grades weren't the best, but I was able to get into school. And as a freshman, it's kind of been hard because of, it's like new people, but some people you know.
What about you, LeJean?
I can't remember exactly if I saw something on Big Picture online or someone told me about it, but I remember like missing kind of the morning of school when I was still in middle school in 8th grade to go to the school to interview the faculty staff, and I just interviewed them, and it immediately clicked from there. They loved my interview process, and they immediately on the same day accepted me. So I got in on like my first interview, so it was a good experience and everything.
Nice, man.
I did too, not gonna lie. But so what's y'all's favorite memory of Big Picture so far?
So many to choose from.
I know, right?
Let's start with the freshmen. I don't mean to cut you off, but let's start with freshmen since you're new here.
I don't really have a favorite moment, not yet, at least.
You don't have one yet?
Not yet, man.
And you're a senior?
Yes.
Y'all both seniors?
Yeah, we're both.
Okay. So seeing how y'all been here for 4 years, I know y'all got at least one good memory.
Ooh, man, if I could choose one, I guess the concerts that my internship put on, those have been special to me because I've grown in every concert. Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job on those too, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for me, I got like a few that I know in mind, but I'm gonna probably just say, since we're seniors now, probably seeing all the capstones that all my other classmates done over these past few months. Those are probably my favorite. And shout out to Revea. She did an amazing job on her capstone. And probably with mine, just getting the whole together and seeing it all, seeing everyone be happy in the gym and seeing everyone, get knowledge from the other mentors that I invited was also amazing. And then seeing everyone grow was also great memories too with all my friends and stuff like that. So it's been good so far.
That's good. So for this part, I'm gonna kind of split the questions in two. So the first question is gonna be for you, Jeremiah, and I want you to just kind of describe what your advisory like for right now as a freshman, because you're in a freshman advisory, so I know it's a very different experience for you right now.
So my advisory, I don't know like how to describe it, but I know it's different from like other advisories because other advisories, you know, they meet each other, they get to know each other, and then they have like fun, right? But our advisory is different because we have like these certain groups in our advisory, and when one person tries to like join another group, it's kind of awkward, and it like splits it up. So that's why most of the time, like I just feel like switching my advisory because of the fact that I'm trying to, you know, have more friends and expand.
And now for my seniors, seniors just out last year, describe your advisory experience from freshman to now.
So I can say that I'm going to touch on what Jeremiah said a little bit. But me as a senior, our advisory is not the same as it was freshman year. Like, we done matured, we done grown together, you know, we done spent such a good amount of time together that we do have different groups in our advisory, just like any other full group of people, but we've grown closer together. And advisory has been like a family of the students there, and we've supported each other in our exhibitions and projects and all that good stuff. But yeah, we've grown together and we've grown to love each other. And our mentor, they've been cool too. They've been a really good part of that.
That's good. What about you, LaJohn?
Just to touch base on what they said, my advisory changed a lot too. We used to be a lot bigger, but freshman year, people, you know, it was our first years here, and people like switch schools, stuff like that. But as the years went on, you know, we got to grow together, despite, you know, like people leaving and some people just, you know, like, I'm not trying to make this sad, but one classmate in my advisory passed away, so it's been kind of tough dealing with that for my senior year, and just, you know, like trying to get through it. It's been better, but towards like the very middle, it was kind of hard, you know, like going to advisory because it wasn't the same like with them gone. But it's been tough, but I've been trying to move through it, and all my other members in my advisory have been trying to, you know, like just stick together so we can get through all of this together and so we can all make it out on top. So it's been good so far being with all my, you know, members of the advisory for all these 4 years. So I thank y'all for, you know, like keeping positive and just trying to like keep your heads up and everything. So I really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad y'all are having a good experience so far. And for my seniors, it's sad to see y'all go, but you know, we loved your time here with us. So let's go ahead and jump into talking about some internships. So we're just gonna start off with y'all just saying what y'all internship is. Jeremiah?
I interned at Nashville Big Picture.
Elijah, what's your internship?
I interned with Jeremiah at our music program.
I interned at a radio station, 99.3.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with LaJohn, saying that y'all both had the same internship, which nothing wrong with that, but his is a radio station, so we're gonna talk about that. So how's your experience so far at your internship, LaJohn?
So far, it's pretty good. What I'm taking out of it now is basically like the relationships that I've, you know, established at the internship, because the station is like the guy who owns it made it himself, so it's like a self-made business. And I'm trying to like work with him on to possibly, you know, like starting my own business and trying to like establish connections with the different people that I could possibly meet down the road. And just working with him has been an amazing time, and he taught me a lot. So I really got to thank him for all he's done for me.
That's good. And Jeremiah and Elijah, I want y'all to kind of bounce this question back and forth. So how's y'all, seeing y'all intern together, how's y'all's internship been so far?
Since I've been there for so long, I want to see what Jeremiah has to say, because he's only been there for a certain amount of time.
For me, it was kind of harder because of the fact that our intern or our mentor left, and trying to, you know, fit in for as like playing wise, it kind of like I didn't have like I had a part, but it wasn't like what I felt like I could do, and so because of that, I tried to make the best out of it. But like now that we're getting a new mentor, I feel like I have a lot more opportunities and because of that, I can do a lot more that I know that I can do.
Yes. For the first 3 years, we had a mentor, and he was a good mentor. He taught us a lot, and he moved to California. And it was sad to see him go, but he brought in someone else, and they were good, but out of the blue, they had to leave for personal reasons. But this year has been a year of adversity and growth, and a lot of times we say that, but it was very interesting having like us kids, like we were running the internship ourselves along with the guidance of those outside of us. But for this year so far, this internship, I've learned a lot. And at first, I want to say that I wanted to still have somebody teaching me and pouring into me. So at first I was neglecting of the fact that I had to be pouring into those below me. So at the very end, I realized, oh my goodness, I have to help Jeremiah out some. But I know next quarter is going to be a lot more learning when it comes to that. He's going to be way more involved because he is good.
So y'all say that y'all mentor had to kind of just leave for personal reasons. Did that affect y'all mentally? Like, did y'all just kind of feel like somebody gave up on y'all?
The thing about it is, it's one thing, like, if we're by ourselves. Like, if I was by myself, I would have been like, okay, cool, what's next?
Yeah.
But there's like 11 of us. So it's not just about me. It's not just about one person. You have to come together as a group, and you have to be collective. Like, you have to be of one mind. So as a group, it did hit us pretty well. It was surprising because it was different. It was like, when we actually got back into the internship the following week, it was like, what do we do? But yeah, we were helped by faculty and staff. So thank you, Mr. Gary and Mr. Graham, and everybody else who was a part of helping us.
So y'all have any new projects at y'all internships happening?
I'll be honest, ever since I did my capstone, I really haven't been on my stuff lately. So I had to like get back into like the swing of things. So right now, no, not at all.
Well, don't be catching senioritis on us now.
I think it's too late for that.
What about y'all, senior in music? Y'all got any new projects coming up?
I have, this Friday, I'm going to do, I'm writing poetry for spoken word, and I plan to try and like present it, and it's like a long like period in the process, but I want to like share myself with the world, and I feel like I can get like a lot of my emotions out and share them.
Nice. Right now our plan, I'm gonna be playing that over Christmas break, but we're gonna be coming up with stuff for us to do the next quarter and everything, and it will probably be different with a new mentor. But the last project that I did was my senior capstone, and it was a concert and also had a symposium afterwards with my bishop, and we were talking about God and the purpose of life. And that project, it took a pretty good toll on me. I got to learn a lot of different things, like when it comes to leading a project, and like everybody's coming to you, and for good reason, and I had to be on it. But we'll be seeing about what's next for the projects. Yeah.
So now we're gonna jump into COVID, seeing that that's an interesting topic for everybody. So what grade were the seniors in when COVID first hit?
We were freshmen, right, Elijah?
Yeah, we were freshmen.
And you were in at least 6th grade. Yeah. So when did y'all start going virtual?
It was we started going virtual our sophomore year when we were both freshmen.
Jeremiah, when did you start going virtual?
We started going virtual in the 6th, so that same year, we just started moving into a different type.
So how was it being virtual for middle school? That was your 2nd year.
It wasn't harder, but it made it more difficult to try and stay focused, because on one hand, like, you'd be on like the call, but you'd be doing something different, and because of that, my grades kind of dropped, and I had to rush to get everything in.
What about my seniors? How did it feel being virtual for y'all sophomore year?
Want to go first, Elijah?
Man, first, this is like so. Now I think about it, it's like, I can't think of it right now, but it's like backwards or not counterintuitive, but something like that. Virtual helped me out the most when it came to my grades. Like, I'm not gonna lie. At first, like first quarter, first 7 weeks, slacking. I did good the first week, and then after that, But the last 2 weeks, I did something I never did before, and I hurried up and I did all my assignments, and I got A's and B's. I was like, what? I didn't know I could do that. Oh my goodness. So virtual class, after doing that, after knowing that I could get A's and B's on a report card, which was something I didn't do since about 5th grade. They're like just only A's and B's. Man, it helped me like be more disciplined going back into school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you there, man. I feel you there. Because sophomore year is just a whole blur to me because we're virtual. But virtual school, for the first 2 quarters for our first semester, I did basically little to nothing. I'm being for real with you. So I was not having a great time because, you know, we're virtual, so we're at home. So it's like a lot harder to, you know, like focus on our work. And I was kind of stressed out a little bit. But towards like the second half, I got on my A game. I started, you know, actually, you know, trying on my work. I started turning everything in, and I did pretty good. Made A's and B's for like my first time in high school, so that was cool.
So we all just randomly decided at the end of virtual, let's get all this work done. Cause I swear I did the same thing. I was like, oh, I got like 3 weeks left. Let me go ahead and just turn in everything. But at least it worked out good for everybody. I'm literally a 7th grader getting thrown into high school, so I can understand how it's hard to adjust, especially for me because, whoo, child. Anyway, but. So let's talk about positive experience with COVID, because COVID is a negative topic, but I do feel like you did have a life lesson out of it. So what's one positive thing you could say about COVID that has helped you?
Not to slack off.
Okay.
Respect it.
What about y'all?
There was a few good things with COVID. One good thing with COVID was spending more time with my family, hanging out with my siblings, my dad. Even though we do spend a significant amount of time together, and I'm grateful for that, but we was there together for a long time. And let's see, at the same time, a negative thing or thing that didn't really go so well was spending a lot of time with my family. We got on each other's nerves, but we came out strong and we still love each other. So.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, getting closer with my family and stuff like that, and just not, you know, taking like y'all for granted because I was just inside almost every single day, and like having that little social interaction was like bringing a toll on my mind, like a bad toll. So, you know, whenever we came back, I was like way more loud. I was like very quiet when I was a freshman, but now, since, you know, like COVID and stuff, I became a lot more louder, so I think I became like more appreciative of my students that I was with and just everyone around me. So it helped open me up a little bit to everyone.
And also with COVID, like I remember it's like seeing a whole lot of coming up stories. Like people were like working out that didn't like really work out before. Like people were getting stronger, people were getting better in their skills, and everything. So one of the things I got better at was piano and keys, and I used my time to the best I could during COVID. So yeah, that was a good thing that came out of COVID for me.
So y'all can agree that at some point, COVID was kind of good for us. It gave us a break mentally, physically, but at the same time, not being basically, especially being teenagers, isolated for like a year. I know that had an effect on y'all socially too, because I don't know how to talk to people anymore. I was this energetic person. I come after school, I don't even know how to say hi. But what was your initial reaction when y'all heard about a pandemic?
Thank you. Not a pandemic, but like time out of school.
Nah, I get it.
Like, no, I mean it was like sad at the same time. Like it really was, but at first I remember we came back for a week, and then it was like okay, we're gonna have a few days added to spring break, but that few days turned like 377 or something like that.
No,
Like,
for real. We went
For-
left.
for sure.
It's natural disasters everywhere. Jesus. We don't even talk about that year. The year was just horrible. How
Ooh,
how
yeah.
do you describe that year? Because, at the end of the year, we had a bomb towards Christmas, and then tornado took down East Nashville. COVID. It's a lot.
It just kept on getting worse.
Yeah.
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 But so let's just lighten the mood up a little more. Let's talk about some fun things at Big Picture. So, seniors, or I asked that, what's some advice you would give the incoming kids? Especially me, because I'm still growing, so.
Well, I would just say just be focused for the entire year. Just be focused, figure out what you want to do, use your internship as a gateway to what you want to do whenever you leave high school. Keep on that, and at least try to have positive relationships here at Big Picture Club, because we're super small.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be leaving negative impacts on people, because we're so small, so you can just walk right next to them.
Yeah.
So just be positive, be in your A game, and just have an idea of what you want to do whenever you leave high school, because the school is set up to help provide you with those resources. So just be on that.
Nice, man. I would also say embrace the things that you don't want to do that can make you better, because we have a lot of projects where we present up front, and to some people, understandably so, talking in front of people or in front of a group of people, it can be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at times it can be nerve-wracking for everybody, but at Big Picture, I'm grateful to say I had an advisor who gave me valid points, valid advice when it came to presenting to people. And there's a lot of stuff that you don't know right now that you're going to learn, so embrace learning what you don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. Embrace learning what you don't know, because there's a lot of stubborn people out there. So, Jeremiah, seeing that you're a freshman, I'm going to switch this question up on you. What advice can you give your future self?
Don't take this for granted, and be grateful that I got into school.
Would you say you will also tell yourself to make sure you keep your opportunities open? Because a lot of opportunities have come to me from Big Picture. I know they come from Elijah. I know some have came from LeJean. So I would say make sure you don't turn down any some good opportunities, because a lot can come from here. So we're gonna go back to you guys, to the seniors. If you don't mind me asking, did y'all get any acceptance letters yet? Colleges? How y'all feeling about that?
I applied to one college so far, and I'm going to be for real with you. Yesterday, I was, on my way here. I checked my email for the first time in months, so I did not know that I got an email from that college.
Yeah.
And I just listened to it. I was like, oh, well, because I got that done a lot sooner, but I still submitted the application, so all that stuff is good. So I'm going to plan to have more applications to at least 3 more colleges, but I have one so far, and that's good. I just got to get my transcript and everything, but all that stuff is coming together. So it's been easy experience so far.
Nice. I've been looking at for a long time MTSU, Belmont, and TSU, because their music programs.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm looking to do National Guard part-time, and I'm in the process of enlisting. So after I get that taken care of, I'll be able to put that on for the financial info for my colleges, and then I'll see about getting accepted.
Okay. Now we're gonna do this overall question. If you could describe Big Picture in one word, what word would y'all use? Starting with Jeremiah.
Hopeful.
That's different.
Empowering.
Opportunistic.
Okay. So why'd y'all choose those words?
I said empowering because the school is basically a whole gateway for your success, and in order to be successful, you gotta empower yourself. You gotta step over boundaries, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and not everyone can do that as well as others, but you just gotta be confident in yourself, empower yourself to be the best that you can be, and to basically have the best experience, have the best like life, and just have the best, just be hopeful and just be empowered, just to help get through this whole process.
Mhm.
Nice.
What about you, Jeremiah? Why did you say hopeful?
I said hopeful because I plan on having a bright future, and also because I want to go to Western Kentucky,
Mhm.
and I want to get a bachelor's.
Nice.
Amazing.
Bachelor's in what? In what?
You ain't figured that out yet,
You still got time, man. Don't
Got
be
time.
stressed about it.
right?
That's another thing that the school helps in, like help you figuring out your passion and the stuff you want to do. But I said opportunistic because this school, I mean, internships alone, you learn that connections are really important. And Big Picture through the years has built relationships through different businesses, and we can call back and reach back to those businesses and see if a kid can go there. And a kid, I know one kid, their internship ended up paying for their college because the relationship was so good.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very opportunistic. Yeah.
So how realistic has your internship been for y'all?
How realistic?
Mhm.
Oh man,
Cause I would say y'all kind of on your own, so it kind of helps you know in the music world.
yes,
A lot of times that can happen to y'all. So.
yes. Mine has been about as real as it could get
Mhm.
for my level because there is a difference in like learning what you learn like in books and actually getting your hands on stuff and like, oh my goodness, this is how it feels. Oh, I should do that when that happens. So yeah, I'm at a studio at my school, and we've been doing everything like from recording, making music videos, performing. We've been doing everything that I hope to do, that I aspire to do. So it's been as real as it could get for me on my level.
Okay. What about you, LeJon?
Well, for me, just the whole relationship aspect with my mentor has been great. He has connected with me so many people that also have their own businesses that can possibly, like teach me the ropes and everything. And just being able to like work with different people has been awesome. And I'm gonna be real, I had like 3 different internships. I had one for my freshman year.
Mhm.
The tornado it got destroyed, so I had to get another one sophomore year. Then junior year, I had a different one, and then the one that I'm at right now is the one that I went to halfway through my junior year, and I'm still there. So it's been kind of rough for me, but for now, it's been awesome getting to know all those different people, getting those connections together, and it's just been great, And I'm just still trying to figure out what I want to, like do for my own business, but my mentor is currently helping me figure that out. So it's been great with him.
All right. So I've enjoyed this conversation with you all. Thank you for coming on the show again, and I hope we'll see y'all again. Seniors, we'll miss you, and I am your host, Mia Swan the Poet, and thank you for watching Picture This, and I'll see you later.